Hey guys, welcome back to Playing in Space with Planet Head. Doing this video a little bit early in the week because I have a little bit of time. Um, and literally all I've been doing today is playing a little bit of Eve because the last 4 days of work, I've been doing 14-hour days. I'm a bit tired. And of course, I just started talking. So somebody heard me talking and now needs her attention. Come on up, Maya. Come on up and say hi. Okay, there she is. You happy? Good girl. Good girl. Is that good enough for you? We'll go play later on, all right? All right. Off you go. You're not going to listen to me, are you? Yeah, you are. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. So, sorry about that. Got to do the important stuff first. Um, so I just completed 14, or 14 hour straight days. When I say 14 hours, it usually takes me about 45 minutes to get to work and 45 minutes to get back. So not working 14 straight hours, but away from home. So I try to give that little one as much attention as possible. Um, but I realized that my video making is kind of getting back to what I originally started the series with because I used to work very long hours about 2 years ago in the middle of COVID. And that's what I'm kind of doing now. And I thought it'd be kind of interesting to show you guys how I'm playing with my limited amount of play. I touched on it a little bit the last couple times that I made the videos. Uh, I talked about how I had moved out to Placid at one point and set up a temporary base out there. And then the last video that I put up just recently about how I'm uh, putting up my second kind of basic setup of an area, taking out my venture backpack and kind of building a small base for myself in actually uh, uh, high sec, just next to a low sec area and a null sec area, which allows me, with my limited playtime, to really vary my gameplay depending on how I feel. Because when you only have like my work days, I only have maybe half an hour to an hour that I can really sit down and play. I want to be able to um, do as much there. And what don't I want to do? I don't want to grind. I don't want to. I don't mind grinding sometimes. It's kind of fun. You're trying to min max stuff, but I don't want to do that. I just want to have some fun. And I thought this might be helpful for anybody that's out there. So let's just see here. Uh, I have moved out to Tashmerk, and I can't remember. I think I told you guys where I was kind of heading toward. I'm in the system of pay. Now, I don't mind telling you guys where I'm at because I'm going to be bouncing around all over the place. I'm just setting up these little spots all over high sec and low sec and a little bit in NPC null sec that I can go to whenever I feel like it. This is the second one. I was thinking I'd probably drop one down in Malden Heath over the next couple weeks. I'd probably drop that would be my other high sec one. And then definitely going to drop a spot out in Stain, maybe down in Iridia, and also over in Curse. These are all places that I played before, and then maybe move around a little bit more from there. And then over the course of the next 6 months, have all these different spots that at any point in time I can just do. I can fly any type of ship that I want to do, like faction ship, that sort of thing. I can do some mining. I can do some um, exploring. I can do whatever I want to do. But the setting up of this is kind of fun because it's just playing the game. So, right now, just to give you an idea of, oh shoot, I just closed that, didn't I? Let's try it again. Um, on Dotland. Do, 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 do. Yep. Do, 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 do. So I am in Tashmerkan right now. I'm in the system of pay. So let's go ahead and pull up Dotland, just give you an idea where I'm at. Then I'll show you I'll give you a little bit of a rehash of what I did earlier today, what I'm currently working on. It's very, very simple what I'm doing, but it's really setting me up for the future. So let's see here. Got Tash Merkin. No, I don't want to do a PDF thingy. Blah, blah. So right up here is pay. So why do I want to be here? Very simple, similar to Placid. It's within access to both a little bit of low sec, only a little bit of low sec here, only 3 systems. But then right here is access to NPC null sec, which is Stain. Um, Now, a lot of you might be saying, well, that's pretty dangerous going straight in there. And it is. I don't want to tell anybody it isn't. But you've got to be willing, and I think in this game, to actually not worry about things being dangerous. That's how the game gets fun. So this gives me access to Stain, and if I want to take it, if I, let's say like today on my day off, um, I'm tired from work. I just want to sit back and relax. I want to be able to jump in and play and do whatever I want to do. Do I want to go uh, do some low sec mining or exploration? I could do that. Do I want to just go scout around and have some fun out here blowing up ships in null sec? I could do that. Um, and even, just going back here over to Stain, I am only, if I'm not mistaken, about 5 or 6 jumps, maybe a little bit longer from Amar, which is your second largest trade hub, um, and is right here. So you got 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's really, if I want to get anything to have fun with, I can. If I want to sell anything, I can. So I've been able to set up my first um, spot in Placid, which is somewhat near Jita. A second one is near, somewhat near Amar. The third one I'll probably end up doing is probably out in Molden Heath, which will be near Wren's. And then if I feel like doing one more in high sec, I'll probably want to go near Dodixie. But so that's where I'm at. That's why I'm hanging out here for the next couple weeks, off and on. I might go back to Placid depending on how my mood gets me. Um, so what am I doing out here? Well, if you notice here, I bought a few blueprints. Really, 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 really basic stuff. Now, I actually got a blueprint off of an escalation, off of a hideaway, if you can believe it, for a mid-grade Nirvana implant. So that could be something that I could have a little bit of fun with over the weekend to try to get the ingredients to make that way down the road. Once I go, and I can just slowly start collecting these little BPCs. But what I did was I flew out to pay the system that I'm in the venture, that my backpack number 2, and I did a little bit of mining. Now, um, I'm not a miner. I stopped doing it a long time ago. I will never probably fly another uh, shoot, the larger mining vessels. Can't think of them. I used to do that when I first played. Mining barges. Probably will never fly one of those again. But the Venture's just kind of a little fun ship, and I can get the blueprints that I need. I'm sorry, the minerals that I need, especially since I'm right near low sec and I'm right near null sec, and it's a quick little ship, so I can kind of duck in and mine a little and duck out just to buy these, get these little things. I went and bought an exploration blueprint, and the simplest Amarian, and both of these are Amar because they're easier to get in this area, um, uh, for a tormentor. I'm not sure I've seen hardly anybody fly a tormentor. It's the most basic Amar PvE ship that you can fly, and you start off with that, and you have some fun with it. Then I bought the lowest level laser um, blueprints for laser guns. That's the best way for me to say it. And then I also bought a couple of blueprints for your core scanner and your core probe scanner. This is the basics of what you need to do your daily stuff that you do each day. Now, does that mean that I'm not wanting to fly battle cruisers and things like that? Yes, down the road. But right now, I'm just having fun in doing this, and it gives me something to do. And whenever I'm trying to plan something out with this venture, I can at least just go out and mine a high sec field while I'm planning out, seeing what I want to do for the rest of the day, so I'm not losing that money. Future goals, I did a lot of time right before I started this video series doing some planetary interaction. I'd like to find an area that I could do that in on a regular basis. Um, I'd like to upgrade in my ships. I'd like to take on more combat sites. I'd like to build a few more things. It's a nice little setup that I have here. So why did I pick the Tormentor? Well, Tormentor's just something that was interesting. It takes one blue. I think I did a long series a long while ago of messing around like this, where I picked the Tormentor. It has like one drone that I can fly, and like two turrets that it can shoot with. Um, and it's just a overall interesting little ship that you can have a little bit of fun with each day. Um, and I did build one. So that got me my daily skill points for the day too. Um, so we're in the Tormentor right now. I haven't outfitted it. Now, uh, there are a lot of different fits that you go with it with this. What I did was, what do you need for the Tormentor? Well, you have one drone thing there, and I've picked up a few drones that I've been killing in the hideaway sites and stuff like that. So I got a couple of hobgoblins here that I could throw in there. So I don't need to build any drones. I'm not trying to blow up, do these high level sites. I'm not trying to power game the best fit ever. I'm just putting stuff together. I'm going back to my old scavenger lifestyle in a way. I did not want to have to rely on getting guns. Um, I want to be able to build them and slowly work my way up through. I did just build two Gatling pulse lasers, which is the lowest level gun that you can make, for, in my mind, as far as the laser guns that you have out there. So I built two of those. I also built a Tormentor. And then what I start doing is I start mixing and matching the loot that I get off the rats that I kill. I try to figure out what these rats are giving me for about a week or so. And then after that, I start figuring out what other pieces of equipment I need to go out and get blueprints for to buy. Or even in a case, let's say I was wanting to build up, I also got a magnate and exploration blueprint, which I built a magnate. Um, and I can do a core probe launcher, core scanner, or do I want to upgrade to the sisters core probe, stuff like that. Um, the one negative that I have right now is I can't build a data analyzer or a relic analyzer because I need morphite, I think, but I think I can get that out in null, if I remember correctly. If not, I might have to run to Amar to grab a little bit of that, or I can just buy a data analyzer. But this is just kind of the fun thing of doing it. So let's just jump into this Tormentor. Then we're going to throw some junk onto it. Um, so we got the Tormentor there. It is a pretty little ship. I think, you know, it looks like a 1970s, early 80s spaceship from the movies. I'm thinking like uh, 2001: A Space Odyssey, or some of the really cheap space Star Wars knockoffs, stuff like that. Maybe even a Buck Rogers, the bad guys ships or stuff like that. But interesting looking little ship here. We'll go ahead and pull up our fit in here. And notice here we've got multiple slots. Big thing here is you got your big lower slots here. Now I'm not going to power game this. I'm just going to throw in what I can, what I've been able to pick up, and then maybe later on next week I'll see what I can really fit this with. But I'm gonna just mess around here. So let's just might as well throw in our hobgoblin first. Ooh, wait. Okay. So it can hold, that's interesting. It can hold up to 4 light drones. I thought I could only fly one. That was just off the top of my head. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see here. Attributes, drone capacity. Oh, so it can actually fly 2 drones. Did not know that. So it can hold up to 4 light drones, and it can fly up to 2 of them. So I'll be able to use both those hobgoblins. Sweet. Uh, so let's take a look here. What else do we got here in our inventory that oh, I have the guns that I built. So let's go ahead and scroll this up here. And the little Gatling lasers that I built. I do have a third slot here. I If I get a salvager or something like that, or some other item, I could throw it in there. Now, wait a second. Now, I thought I looked this up. It's actually giving me a third slot for guns here. I swear I looked that up. Let me just check here on the show info. I was wrong, I guess. So fitting. Yeah, I guess I was wrong. So I can throw it on third gun here. That was dumb of me. Okay, so I got two. Let's go ahead and make a third really junky little Gatling pulse laser to start off with. So, use blueprint. Do I got enough minerals left? Please tell me I do. There we go. I do. So let's just make one more. I doubt I'll make any more Gatling lasers. But I like to start with the lowest level possible. Literally right now, I have just I think I have like level 3 of uh a Mars spaceship. Let's just check it out here. Yeah, Mar frigate. I've got level 3. I've got it in the queue for level 4, but that's a little bit away there. And then my gunnery is really bad. I think I only put in like one level of lasers. So this is kind of our base tryout to see what we can come up with. Let's see here. Beam, lasers, laser beam. Let's see. Small energy turret. That's what it is. So I've only got one. I've got the other two ready in queue. So those will be done by tomorrow whenever I wake up. Cool, cool, cool. So we'll wait on that other. Well, I'm not going to wait for the other gun to come out. We'll find out. So we got those. Now here's the other part. I've been slowly scavenging up our frequency crystals, um, so that. But I haven't built any. I've just been picking these up as I've been sitting out there in the doing the really low level combat sites to get my daily grind points down, or while I was mining, whenever some of the low level rats come in. So I've got a few of these. Now, I always like to go with the multi-frequency. That is your shortest range um, laser, but I've only got one of them. I don't have multiple of any of the others. So we need to find one that is just as close range-wise. So we're going to look at attributes. And range bonus is minus 50%. So I'm going to just throw this on here, and then we're going to find one other one that has close to the same range. And then we'll figure out, once I've thrown them on there, I want to see what that range looks like. So let's just look here. Gamma is minus 37%, so it's close. Infrared, I used to know these by heart. Showing you. Range right now, that's minus 20, so I don't want that one. I'm just looking for one thing. I'm not over focusing on anything. Show minus 15, so its range bonus for the radio is good. Ultraviolet's the last one that I've been able to scavenge. Minus 12. So we are going to throw on the gamma one here. Now that we have these two on here, these are our shortest range lasers that I have with my shortest range um, crystals in them. So we'll look at the multi-frequency. That gives us a range of 3,500 fall off, and then damage of, let's see, what is it? Damage per second, 13.9, and the bonus is to EM and thermal. Take a look at this one here. This is your gamma. And same thing, we're looking at 41. So I want to get within range of these guys, whoever I'm going to be fighting, within 3,500 kilometers. So that's where we need our prop mod, right? So let's see. What junk do I have to throw onto this ship? Well, there is my afterburner. I've been able to pick that up off a rat. So I know that the rats will drop me afterburners, at least tech ones. So that's a compact one. Again, not power gaming, just having a little bit of fun. I don't have a whole lot else here that I've been able to accumulate. That's interesting. Um, mining lasers. What's this one? That's a heat sink. Ooh, that could be helpful. I think that helps my lasers. If I remember correctly, dissipates energy weapon damage efficiently, thus allowing them to fire more rapidly. So this is increasing my fire rate for this. Let's see if I have the skills for it. I do. Nice. So what I want to do here, does this change at all? So I'm going to look at my damage per second. Offense is 43.5 with that off. This raises it to 48.7. All right, so don't need a mining laser on this. Now I do have I've been able to pick up a micro warp drive. I could switch between the two, but we're gonna go with the afterburner right now. Really not much else. Now here's the kicker. I really haven't killed a whole lot out here because I've only been flying the Venture. Now I can kind of test this out. I can try to go do some sites, maybe kill a few more things, get a few more things to fly, and a few more things to throw onto this ship, and just have some fun. And when you only have a half hour to an hour a day, now I've got more time today to do it because it's my day off. But when you have only a half an hour to an hour, you don't want to mess around. Just throw stuff on there. You know, it's almost like jumping on your bicycle and just going for a random bike ride. You just want to be in the right area. You don't want to be going for a random bike ride in Alaska. Well, depends on what time of year, but still. So let's see what we got out here. I have only an afterburner, absolutely no defense. I haven't taken the time to look and see what my own defenses are. I'm sure I'm probably susceptible to EM damage. We don't have anything close here. So what I'm looking for is just a asteroid belt or a site. So let's take a look at what I've got here. I'm in pay. We'll go Adar, Ngani, and Shesha. See if any sites pop up there. So Adar, jumpity jump jump. The other nice thing with this, when you're first starting out doing this again, you're flying frigates. So you can get from point A to point B pretty quick. Um, when you're flying big ships, you got to plan that stuff out. I remember back in the day when I used to fly an Orca around, it was like, okay, I need the afternoon to get it from point A to point B. I loved my Orca. That was fun. Let's go for a jump. All I'm really looking for here is maybe a low level anomaly. Like a refuge. Now that's like your third to the lowest level, I think. We're gonna fly in. I doubt I'm not gonna be able to hold up here too much because I don't have any defense. And when you fly into a refuge, they've always got those guns right off the bat. So I'm probably gonna get pinged away on. Other things that I've done here is I've got my locations up at the top and my drone linked to it. Or my drone window, so I can just launch here and launch there as quickly as possible, or go to a location. Now let's get the drones out first. Launch those. Now let's get a move on. So we are a little bit harder to hit, and we need to get that range in within 1,000, right? So now we want to make sure our drones are. Yeah, look at that. I'm already at half my shields. That is incredible. Pingity ping ping. Not gonna do any damage here. The only other negative in this area is there are no player um, stations, so I can't just go heal up super quick. And these, I am going to have to probably look at warping away fairly soon. Let's pull this up. It's starting to ping me down in my armor. So the next question is, depending on what's dropped for me at some of these sites, um, is do I go armor or do I go shield tank? We're about to find out. Maybe I'll be able to get these guys killed off. Alrighty. Now the big thing here with these lowest level ones is I always try to make sure I'm focused on taking out this tower first. Now I could be using the hotkeys and stuff like that, but I don't really bother with that too much. Because the towers are going to do the most damage to you at the beginning, and they'll stay there even when you kill off the rats, because whenever the new wings come in to kind of try to kill you. Um, Now what I am gonna do is once I kill this um, tower sentry, I'm gonna aim and start traveling toward the gate. Just thinking this through. Notice how my shields are going up. So I'm gonna line toward the gate, and I'm not too worried about being within range of these little minions. Gonna let my drones do their work while I allow myself to pull farther and farther away and get my shields up. So maybe I can actually finish this site off um, without having to warp away. Okay. Notice how they're coming in at 32 feet. Now, I haven't worked on my skills for my drones at all either. So I think my range for my drones is only like 25 kilometers. So I got to stay within that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to circle this salvage that's out there. There we go. Let's get our drones on these guys. And I think now I think there's like a randomness to the waves that come in, but I think I should be able to finish this site off now, even though I don't have any damage protection. I wouldn't want to go up to the next site, like a den or something like that. I'd probably be picked off pretty quick. Um, but we're gonna kill these guys off. Oop, there's a little bit of loot there. Let's see if there's anything that these guys drop that I might be able to use. And you never know, it might escalate. Like I showed you guys earlier, I got that blueprint copy for the implant. So that can give me a goal for later on. And I remember how I told you that a little girl would come in and say hi to me again? Well, she just walked in. Now I'm hanging out with her. All righty. Good. Drones doing their work. I'll just keep an eye on these. My shields are almost all the way back, so that's pretty cool. I do have to say this, I am getting tired again. The 14. So my work week revolves around, I usually work at least 12 hours a day, Wednesday through Saturday. And then you've got that about 45-minute drive in. Um, all depends on what's going on with work as well. Um, and it is the night shift. So I usually sleep about 5 to 5.5 hours on my work days, and then I catch up on my sleep on my days off, usually this first day. So Sundays are going to become probably, unless something crazy is going on, my total relaxed day, hopefully. Like today, play some Eve, relax, make sure the fridge is filled up. We got a little bit more dropped here. Shields are getting a little bit low, so gotta keep an eye on that. The irony is there is a building meeting tomorrow. One of the higher ups is coming in for a visit. So they invited us to come in if we want to meet. It's not mandatory. But I am interested to just meet them and that sort of thing. So I'll probably be heading into work early tomorrow. So I will get my normal rest and catch up. Well, there's a type E. Oh, that'll actually be helpful. This is a cargo scanner they're going to be able to pick up. And I'll be able to use that for my um, exploration ship, my magnate. All right, so this destroyer is pinging me down. I might. Let's see what's in here first. Loot that. There we go. I'm gonna start heading off toward this gate again. See, this is the nice part about drones. I can just let them keep doing their work. They're not hitting the sky for too much, though. I'm not liking that. One thing I like to do is I always have my locations. If I don't have any here, but if I'm in nullsec, I like to have it right here in the middle. The second one, a lot of people put their drones down here. If I'm flying a drone ship, I like to have, like, that's focused on drones. I like to have the drones right here in the middle so I very easily see if they're being hit for any damage and call them in or not. I've kind of changed from the way I used to play that way. Oop, we got another one, and he's too far away for me to target or send my drones at him. So we gotta close that a little bit. I think I want to run straight at him. Let's Here we go. There's some closer distance. Now I get my drones going. Now let's turn right back around. Whee! Why am I doing that? I could try to close that distance and use my guns on him, but I have no defense right now. So I'm just gonna change that distance. He is pinging me down again, so I need to be extra special careful. Tired. Come on. Let's finish this guy off. Let's take a look at him. He's like a beetle. So my runaway is working a little bit. I got some of my shields back. I put myself into an orbit of, I think, about 15,000 kilometers, so make it a little bit harder for him to hit me. Okay, anybody else? Ooh, we got a true Sanchez cannibal. That is an escalation. Drones were on him. So there is a slight chance that I might be able to get something good off of him. We're going to find out. Now, this is going to be a run. He's starting to ping me. Let's take a chance. Oh, this is not good. He's into my hole. I'm into his armor. The reason why I closed that distance is since it is an escalation, there are other players out there that will, if they warp in and see this, they will try to steal this from me. And they don't know what it is or not, but they do know that it's a true Sanchez. So let's see what's here. Come on, be something good. So looks like not a whole lot here. I got a small focused afocal pulse maser, an upgraded thing there. Got a true, not a whole lot with this one, but we'll take it. And that's what actually, I'm kind of glad that little escalation came. That is one thing that can pop up doing these nice little low sights. I swear, I think there was one time, totally lucky. This had to have been years ago. I was kind of doing the same thing, starting a new character, and I was doing a site like the second day, and I got an escalation like this. And I got an implant that was worth like 76 million ISK or something like that. It was ridiculous. I think it might have been a glitch or something, but I did get that. So you get some random stuff with these. So I'm going to pull these in. I'm going to go ahead and dock up. I'm going to log off, and I'm going to hang out with my dog for this night, get some sleep, and go in for that meeting early tomorrow morning. But that's all I got for tonight. You guys, hey, fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however that you want, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye bye.